Okay, hello everyone. I just want to take a few minutes so that I can share with you my journey as I am doing this weight loss. I had a couple of things I wanted to share with you, and I know that sometimes when we're trying to do diets, it is so frustrating, it's so aggravating because we didn't gain the weight overnight, but we certainly expect to lose the weight overnight. So I just wanted to say to you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So that's first and foremost. I want you to be encouraged. The next thing is I want to tell you about what I have been doing to try to lose the weight. Um, Unfortunately, I have to give out numbers, which means that I'm telling stuff about myself that I should not really be telling, but I'm going to tell it. I started out on this journey with this diet at about, not at about, exactly 254 pounds. Yeah, did I say that? I did. Well, that's part of the reason why we had to do the diet because that is just entirely too much. And I want to be honest and open and transparent because I want people to know, you know what I'm saying? You're not what you weigh, but at the same time, you have to be honest with yourself because you may feel skinny inside, but honey, when you look at that mirror is not lying. And so I had to come to grips with that my mirror was not lying. Okay, being over 40 and looking like I had just had a baby when I didn't have a baby. I didn't have a baby for 18 years. My baby is 18, so I have no excuse. So it's just time to just get disciplined and work on getting this weight off. So anyway, so for the past month, I've been working hard at it. Initially, when I started, I was just doing basic things to try to get the weight off. You know, eating healthy, drinking more fluids, um, also, cutting out the fried foods and different things of that nature. And I decided that, I needed to do something. So we started working at it. And when I was only losing like maybe a pound a week, I was a little discouraged. So I had to get a little aggressive. And I'm the kind of person that I just, go right into it. I got to do all or nothing. And so I decided I wanted to find something that would be more that will work better for me to help me shed the pounds. So I'm going to share with you through a succession of videos the things that I have been doing to help get the weight off. Why? Because I want to help you get the weight off as well. Okay, so after I did the first part of the diet where I was just, getting myself in diet mode, working out, I did do a little Zumba. I'm not a Zumba fan. It's okay, but I'm more of an aerobics kind of girl. I like to get the heart rate up. I need to know that I'm doing something that is going to work me, and then I'm going to get the pounds off. So I'm more of an aerobics girl, or something that I can do going to the gym and working on the treadmill and running, and cross training, something that's going to get your heart rate up, give you a second to rest, then get your heart rate up. But we'll talk about that in another video. So today I want to tell you now about the grapefruit diet, which was the second part of my diet. First part was just really just getting myself in exercise mode, getting myself psyched up, to eat the right foods and different things of that nature. And now I'm after that I went into the grapefruit diet. Now the grapefruit diet, you have to do 12 days on and 2 days off. And it's a very strict diet. If you're not one that is disciplined, then this is not for you. Okay, but if you are gung-ho and you are really serious about trying to get this weight off, then the grapefruit diet is for you. So I'm going to give you the different things about the grapefruit diet, and then we'll talk about some pros and cons about that particular diet. Now, they have certain vegetables that are allowed during the grapefruit diet, and those are red onions, green onions, bell peppers, radishes, cucumbers, broccoli, spinach, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, and peas. Those are all on your list. You can have all of those in unlimited amounts, okay? But there's also vegetables that you are to avoid, and those are white onions, potatoes, and celery. Yes, did I say potatoes? I said potatoes, okay? And also bread. There's no bread. No bread, honey. No rice. You can't have any of those starches. This is a very strict diet, okay? So now I'm going to give you the breakdown for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Breakfast is a half a grapefruit or 4 ounces of grapefruit juice, unsweetened grapefruit juice. Okay, now every meal you're going to be partaking or taking in some form of grapefruit or grapefruit juice, hence the name the grapefruit diet. Okay, so breakfast is half a grapefruit or 4 ounces of grapefruit juice, unsweetened. I prefer pink grapefruit juice. It tastes better to me, and it's a little sweeter naturally. Okay, and then for breakfast I also had 2 eggs. Now you can have 2 eggs any kind of way. You can boil them, you can fry them. If you fry your eggs or scramble your eggs, it's best to use a non-fat cooking spray. Okay, do not use butter, do not use margarine, do not use olive oil, do not use any of those things. Use a non-fat cooking spray because you want to keep your calorie count low. Okay, and then for breakfast you also may have 2 slices of bacon. So there you have the whole menu for breakfast: a half a grapefruit or 4 ounces of grapefruit juice, 2 eggs, any kind of white, any style or whatever for breakfast, and also 2 slices of bacon. Okay, now that's it for breakfast. Then you get to your lunch, which also consists of a half a grapefruit or 4 ounces of grapefruit juice. Then you have any kind of meat cooked any kind of way, baked, broiled. You can have it grilled or whatever. Stay away from frying. You don't want to fry anything. So with this meat, you can do chicken, grilled chicken, grilled pork chops, or anything like that. And then you can also have a salad, and you can use any kind of dressing. Now, just because you can use any kind of dressing doesn't mean you should go get ranch dressing or a blue cheese dressing, or chunky blue cheese dressing for that matter. You're on a diet. You're trying to discipline yourself to cut back on the calories. So you need to, deprivation is the name of the game if you're talking about losing weight. You're not going to be able to eat all the foods that you normally have in order for you to keep going and losing the weight. Now, what I did for my lunch, what I would do is Tyson Chicken makes in a bag. They have grilled chicken, and I would take the grilled chicken and just pop it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, slice it in half, and put it on a bed of lettuce. And you can get the lettuce and the tomatoes and whatever you want, and you can add spinach to your salad, which really is tasty. And I would make a little salad dressing of olive oil and vinegar, or you can do lemon juice and lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil and just salt and pepper, garlic powder. That stuff goes a long way. Okay, then for dinner, a half a grapefruit or another 4 ounces of grapefruit juice. You get to have meat again for dinner, any kind of meat, or you can have fish. I had fish during this diet. I did tuna steaks, which were about that big, or the size. Let me see if I can get it into the screen. Anything that's the size of the palm of your hand, that's a good serving size. Okay, that's a good sign that this is a serving the size of the inside of the palm of your hand. If you don't have a tuna steak that's that big, because tuna steaks are very expensive, you could always go into the freezer section, and they sell them individually frozen in bags, and they're not as large, but they're still just as filling. And what I did was, to get it to fit on the George Foreman grill, I sliced it in half, seasoned it so that it would lay flat. I seasoned it with a little salt and pepper, a little garlic powder, and some lemon juice, just squeezed on top of it really nice, and drizzled a little bit, just to keep it from sticking, a little bit of olive oil. Put it on there and added a little Mrs. Dash, and made it until it was nice and golden, and it was delicious. Okay, you have that with your dinner. And with your dinner, you can also have vegetables, any green, yellow, or red vegetables. Okay, and you can cook them with a little bit of butter. This is the only time that's on this diet that you can have butter, is during dinner. Okay, now, and then for snack, you can have a glass of tomato juice or 1 glass of skim milk. And myself, I opted for the skim milk. I don't want tomato juice. If I'm eating vegetables all day, please give me something else. So I got I got the skim milk. All right, now here's just the last little point on this particular diet, is you have to drink at least 4 glasses of water a day, at least 4. Some of you, I know you probably don't like water unless it has flavor, but water does not come out of the spigot with flavor. You need to drink regular water, okay? And you can also drink diet sodas on this. unsweetened tea, Splenda, stevia, or some of the other non-calorie sweeteners, sugar substitutes. Now, I would say go easy on those, because one of the keys to you losing weight is your having a high functioning liver. Your liver needs to be able to get the toxins out of your body. And yes, I did all of this studying, so I had to make sure that I'm doing this right. You want your liver to function properly, so you want to go easy on the on the sugar substitutes. Now, me, I'm a diet soda fanatic because I love soda, and that's a hard thing for me, but I have to discipline myself, so I try not to drink too much. So try to do things to substitute, like maybe do caffeine free soda, because all the caffeine in your diet is just not good for you, unless it's a part of the diet plan. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you, when I did this grapefruit diet, by the time I finished, and I did that for about 10 days, okay? So it's almost 2 weeks. I didn't do the whole 12 days. I did about 10 days. And when I finished, I think I lost about 7 pounds off of the grapefruit diet. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And that's when I started, really being encouraged. And I think I need to fix that number. It's probably more like 5 pounds, not 7. I would say more like 5, because it was like, the gradual thing going on. So it's probably like 5 pounds. And like I said, I started out at 254. And so to lose the weight, and to see it coming off, I was really getting excited. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about the 3-day diet. Now, that's where I saw the most of my success, was on the 3-day diet. It's a very strict diet, but it's a very good diet. So I'm going to talk to you about that, and then also we'll make another video and talk about the diet that I'm on now, which is the grapefruit diet. I'm not the grapefruit diet, excuse me, the cabbage soup diet. So we'll talk about that and all the things that you experience during that time. So stay tuned, be encouraged, knowing that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And while you're doing your weight loss, or if you're contemplating going on that diet, go for it. Do what you got to do. Get healthy. It's the smart thing to do. Be around so that you can see your grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren. Don't die before your time because you're overweight and your heart is overworking. Okay? Jesus loves you. So do I. Have a good night.